Hello relatives, welcome to this week's Schlagbyte for the week April 23rd, 2012, entitled Rewiring My Brain. I rewired my brain last week and finally faced my fear and certainty that I could not tell my stories effectively on the computer. I thought the computer was designed for people who wanted to access information, get quick solutions to their questions. In the computer age, if you can't share what you know in a soundbite or a brief video, then people will simply move on to a more exciting application. I'm a storyteller. I need to set the stage for listeners. And my preference would be to do it around a campfire. And I was sure that the computer simply didn't promote an intimate connection with the audience. I can't see them, I can't hear them, and I need that energetic connection in order to come from a truthful, intimate place inside. But it's also clear to me that there's a whole generation who only gets information around this new fireplace. And unless I can adapt to this medium, then whatever's been passed down to me is going to die with me. And why do I lament this? I mean, what is the loss? The lamentation is because I think that listening to myths and heroic journeys and mystical insights and stories with miraculous happenings are how a culture transmits its values. And that those stories help us make sense of our lives. So last week I faced my old certainties and did a webinar for the Gesundheit Institute, which is where I hold my most prized academic credential, which is the Chief of Community Mental Health. And I spoke for 20 minutes about my new book, Stop Your Shit Shoveling. And for the next 40 minutes, people responded. They asked questions, they made comments. 37 people showed up at the appointed time, and in spite of the glitches and technical difficulties, 36 of them stayed till the end. They asked wonderful questions. They were open, funny, probing, and even though I couldn't see them or hear them, I felt like it was an intimate exchange. And I want to do it again because I know it's going to reinforce my new brain wiring. It's going to get easier, and I'm hoping I'm going to like it even better. So I'm considering that in addition to my twice-a-month Schlagbytes, that on the weeks that no Schlagbytes appear, I'm going to do a Schlagbyte webinar. I'll use the previous week's subject material as the launching point for discussion. It'll give us a chance to talk to each other. I know that you're out there. I don't have a chance to see many of you. So let's plan on at least 30 minutes together. Maybe it'll go an hour, and we'll see how this first one goes. So for you who are my loyal Schlagbyte readers and listeners, I'm asking you to join me and get bitten on the webinar. So the webinar for this week's bite, which will be on how we rewire our brains, is going to be Thursday, May 3rd, 2012 at 5 o'clock in Arizona and on the West Coast, which is 8 o'clock on the East Coast. And we'll talk about how we create new brain pathways that allow us to see what was once familiar in an entirely new way. And check out registration at anymeeting.com/healingdoc1, and we'll get together. And just as a postscript, for those of you who did not catch my coming out at the Gesundheit premiere, there is a link included on this bite, and it will include a riff on pubic hair, a response to one of the questions that I hope you'll smile and enjoy. In the meantime, at the end of spring and the becoming summertime heat in Phoenix, I wish you a wonderful week. Remember, we're all connected. Nobody makes it alone. I say this for all my relations. Mitakuiasi.